Positive reframing can be a game changer. I had this experience when my oldest was about 3 years old, so that was 14 years ago. She had a really difficult time in the grocery store not exhibiting tantrum-like behaviors. So I developed a system in which she would start the grocery shopping trip with 3 tickets. And each time she had a difficult behavior that wasn't grocery store appropriate, she would lose one of her tickets. Well, of course, as you can imagine, what happened when she'd lose a ticket is it would exacerbate that behavior. It would cause more tantrums. So I remember being on the phone with my mom after a particularly difficult grocery shopping trip, and she recommended, hey, Leah, why don't, instead of taking tickets away, why don't you give tickets to Brinley? So you would start the grocery shopping trip with the child that has no tickets. And then for every 15 or 20 minutes that goes by, and they're exhibiting these great grocery store acceptable behaviors, they would earn a ticket. And that shift definitely changed our grocery shopping trip experiences, but it also was a huge change in the way that I did things, in the way that I phrase things, in the way that we've implemented systems in our home. So I'm going to give you a couple examples of how this might sound and look. If I have a child who wants to go to a friend's house, they might say, hey, Mom, can I go to Sally's house today? If the answer is no, let's say the answer is no because they didn't do their morning responsibilities. And in our home, friends and screens, these kind of privileges are extended when kids complete their morning responsibilities appropriately. So let's say the answer is no. So a way to positively reframe this would sound like this. Yes, you may play with Sally on another day when you've accomplished your morning responsibilities. So it's the same, essentially it's the same outcome, but you're phrasing it differently. And it sort of lends this energy of, hey, we're on the same team here. And I definitely want for you to be able to do that. And once you've done these things, which is totally up to you, you get to take full ownership of that, then you'll have that privilege extended to you. A couple of other examples. Hey, Mom, can I order pizza tonight? You know what? Yes, you can order pizza on Friday night. So do you see, instead of saying, no, you can't order pizza tonight, what I'm saying is, hey, that would work out on Friday, on the weekend. Another example, Mom, can I have my screen time? Well, in our home, there's certain responsibilities, certain to-dos that have to happen before they have their 30 minutes of screen time each day. And so if the answer is no, a way to positively reframe that would sound like, in our home, would sound like, yes, you may have your screen time once those responsibilities are completed. Does that make sense? And then also when it comes to implementing systems in our home, we try and take that positive spin, that positive kind of reframing tone in the systems. So for example, kind of an umbrella view of this would be, instead of saying, if you don't do these things, then you don't get these things, it would sound like kids who do these things have these privileges. And let's remember, there's a lot of privileges that our kids get to have on a daily basis, generally, in America. They get to be in homes that feel safe, with heating and cooling. They often get to be with friends. They often have access to screens. They have access to bikes and rollerblades and skates and lots of privileges. And so everybody gets to decide what privileges kids get to have depending on what's important to them and what the priority is to them. But when we phrase it this way, it is sort of this energy of, it just changes everything. It's this positive energy. So I work with clients all the time on how can we shift the tone, right? In intentional parenting, when that's the focus, how can we shift the tone in a way that feels more supportive of all the members of your family and that also doesn't give the child energetically something to feel like shut down by and something to kick against, right? So when there isn't that barrier to kick against of no, it really changes the dialogue after you've said, hey, no, this isn't going to happen right now. So you're actually saying, hey, yes, this can happen. Oftentimes there's a way to say, yes, this can happen, but not right now. Does that make sense? Give it a try in your home and let me know what you think. I hope this helps.